Hello friends, welcome to my March TBR. Now, yeah, new month, new books, let's do it. Last month was all about romance. This month is gonna be all about, I don't know. It doesn't really have a theme actually, but let's get into it. So the first thing that's on my TBR is that I wanna clean out some of my currently reading. I never thought I'd be a girly who would have multiple books going on at once, but she's grown and I kind of love it actually. So currently on my current reading is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, and that I'm pretty sure everyone has kind of heard about that one. I'm listening to that one on audio, and wow, it's just like a hard listen, you know? It's really sad what she went through, and yeah. So, but I do want to finish it. I've rented it on Libby, so I just want to kind of knock it out. It's like 6 hours in total, and I'm like 66% there. The next one that's on my currently reading is Runtime by Catherine Ryan Harold. And I've been listening to this one for a really long time actually. I guess it's just not grasping me, but I did get it on Audible, so it's just been something that's been there in the background. I'm on currently chapter 16, and I am hoping just to get that one knocked out of the way as well, so it doesn't feel like it's hovering on me. I feel hovered on by Runtime. But basically that one is about an actress who is kind of falling out of the game, gets a call for a part in, I believe, Ireland, and she has to kind of sign an NDA. And she goes out to the woods in this creepy place, and things start happening that are creepy. So yeah, I'm only on chapter 16. I don't think I'm that far into it, but I would like to get it done, or at least get to a place where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'd like to get it done. Okay, let's not go into it thinking I'm gonna DNF it, but let's move on. The next one that's on my currently reading is Bright Young Woman by Jessica Knoll, and I started this one last month, and that one's basically about the survivors of an unknown serial killer, but it's loosely based off of Ted Bundy. But through the book, they do not mention his name, which I kind of love. And I also love the premise and plot of this book, kind of taking their power back with telling their story. And so, yeah, but it's also another harder read, and I'm kind of waiting for the audiobook for that one on Libby, so I don't foresee me actually finishing that one this month, but if it does come, the audiobook does come, then I want to sit and do both, you know? Okay, and then the other one that is on my currently reading is The Poppy Wars by R.F. Juan, and I started that one in January, and it's basically like war. The start of a war, what happens in a war, and it's so, yeah, I put that one down to do my romance vlogs. I was really into it. I'm on part 3, and that one is something I'm definitely gonna knock out this month, TBR. And then the next and last one is A Serial Killer's Daughter by Carrie Rawson, and I have also been listening to this one for quite some time. I put it down for a really long time, and then I am doing this, so I was like, okay, I should finish that. I have This is another Audible one. I have 2 hours and 59 minutes left, so I just need to finish it. I've listened to most of the book, but yeah, the BTK killer's daughter who writes a book, and it's also another hard read, kind of really intense. She's going through what it was like to live with him as her father, what happens afterwards, and just these emotions. So I would love to get that one finished. So the ones on my currently reading that I'm for sure wanting to get done this month that are making my TBR is Glad My Mom Died, Poppy Wars, and Runtime, and Daughter of a Serial Killer. Those are the 4, made my top list on my TBR. Want to get those taken care of and cleared out. So let's move on to the rest of my TBR. I just finished Ninth House, and I'm gonna fly probably right in to the next one. We're gonna go Hellbent. I just picked it up from my library. Hellbent by Laya Bordigo, and this one is the second in the Alex Stern series. It's dark academia, and they're going to hell, baby, and I cannot wait to go with them. So that's on my TBR. Next up for March TBR is, we'll just go with the theme, Catherine House. This one is a dark academia, a very popular one. I'm working on a video, so I'm going to be doing some dark academia reads. I'm just going to read the blurb. A seductive gothic infused debut of literary, wow, I can't speak, suspense set within a secluded elite university and following a dangerously curious, rebellious undergraduate who uncovers a shocking secret about an exclusive circle of students and the dark truth behind her school's promise of prestige. So yeah, I'm very excited about this one. A dark academia. Next up, that is on my TBR is gonna be Jose Arlington, Storyville, The Life and Times of New Orleans Madam by Martha Roy Wood Crandall. You know why it's on here? Like, I've talked about it in almost every video, I feel like. So this one is my next read for episode 39. It is going to be about Jose Arlington, and I'm very excited. This is something I've owned the copy of this since probably December, and I've been waiting and waiting. It's all about her life. It's all about how she was as a madam running her brothel in Storyville and how powerful she was. So yeah, I really, really cannot wait for that one. Next up on my TBR is going to be All of Us Villains. I have a lot of library books on my TBR, I love that. All of Us Villains is a young adult, and how I've been, and it's by both Amanda Foody and Christina Lynn Harmon. And how I've been described by this one is Hunger Games, but crazier. So it's a young adult, if I haven't said that already, and a fantasy, and yeah, that's all I know about it. But I have I got both in the series, so I thought, why not throw this on there? I'm kind of very intrigued, and I don't typically go for young adults that often, so it could be a hit or miss for me, but I'm still here for it. Plus, I think the cover is awesome. Like, it feels so cool, and the name's awesome. Last up on my March TBR is a surprise one. I did not expect to pick this one up, but I was kind of looking into what I wanted to read for March, and it's been a minute. I am craving a horror book. So I was in the library today printing out some things, and lo and behold, I found one that I was like looking at last night. So I was like, might as well. Did I know it was a chonker when I thought about reading it for my birthday month? No. Is it? Yes. Yes, ma'am. Our Share of Night by Marina Enriquez, I think. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm the worst with pronouncing anything. She's thick, okay? So yeah, I don't know what this one's about either. This is so funny because this is why I was thinking of not doing TBRs, because I'm someone who really truly likes to go into books blind, like knowing like the kind of like premise of the book, but not knowing, I go into it blind. So let's read the blurb on that. A woman's mysterious death puts her husband and son on a collision course with her demonic family in the first novel to be translated into English by the International Booker Prize shortlisted author of The Dangers of Smoking in Bed, the most exciting discovery I've made in fiction for some time. That was a little blurb by Kezu Ishragu. I'm fired. I cannot pronounce anyone's name. Anyways, demons. That's what I'm here for. Demons, horror, let's get into it. And you know what the thing is about horror is sometimes the best horror in movies, if you're a horror movie fan, you probably already know this, but the best horror in movies is international. When you want to get to like some spooky international or spooky movies, go international. And that feels like this is what this is, book version, and I am very, very excited. So I'm here for it, and I cannot wait to dive into this one. Now, there are some priorities to my TBR, I feel like, so let's go through that as well. Priority number one is Poppy Wars, and this will be on like get done very soon because I just want it knocked off my currently reading. Also, Glad My Mom Died as well. I gotta get that one off. Then the next one I will for sure be reading and finishing is, of course, the Jose Arlington Storyville, and I need that for my podcast. So that's a priority. Next priority is, well, this kind of has the library sticker on it still, but oh well. Hellbent by Leah Bordeaux. God, I can't say anyone's name. Next priority because one, I just read Ninth House. And I'm very excited to kind of dive into this next part of the story. Then I also would really like to get to Catherine House because are we smelling Dark Academia vlog? Maybe. Then next one is Our Share of Night. I am very intrigued by this one, so I'm hoping to at least start this one by the end of this month. And then if I can get to it and squeeze it in somewhere, All of Us Villains. Those are my priorities. That's how my priorities look, okay? Other than you can't see, I'm Glad My Mom Died because it is an audiobook. But that's how I'm feeling. That's what I'm thinking. And is it gonna happen? No. Don't let me fool you. I don't think so. This does look very intimidating actually. But to be fair, almost, I would say, what, part 3, I have like 100 pages left I think on this one, and then this one's a chunker, of course, not as thick, big, oh, and the very tiny one. But don't let this one fool you. Even though it's small in size, it's jam-packed with information, so sometimes they take a long time to read. Chunker, young adult, usually easy to read, so maybe we can do it, but I'm not gonna beat myself up that I don't. Sometimes I just like the list. I like the goals. I like the mindsets. And so there it is. This is my March TBR. Yeah, comment down below what yours is, if yours looks anything like mine, and yeah, I will see you when I see you next time.